I really didn't know the impact of the show until Red and I went on tour. In Hollywood, it's a little different because people are more accustomed to seeing you. I've just been working a lot, and people are beginning to know who I am when I walk down the street.
Imagine a sitcom so powerful that it changed television forever. Yet behind the laughter, it was filled with betrayal, heartbreak, and secrets that nearly tore its cast apart. Sanford and Son was more than just a comedy. It was a battlefield of egos, struggles, and dreams. And what happened to its stars after the camera stopped rolling? That story is far more shocking than anything we saw on screen. Intro transition. Welcome to Hollywood Star News, where we uncover the real stories behind television's brightest legends. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the cast of Sanford and Son, and trust me, what you're about to hear may change the way you remember the show forever. Red Fox's rise and fall. It all began with John Elroy Sanford, better known as Red Foxx. His sharp wit, his outrageous comedy, and his unforgettable role as Fred Sanford turned him into an icon overnight. But fame came at a cost. Fox demanded higher pay, clashed with producers, and even walked off set, forcing NBC into a $10 million lawsuit. His rebellion secured him a bigger paycheck, but it also planted the seeds of the show's downfall. When Sanford and Son ended in 1977, Fox tried to revive his career with spin-offs, but none lasted. Extravagant spending, messy divorces, and staggering tax debts dragged him down. By the time tragedy struck in 1991, when he collapsed on set from a heart attack, Fox owed millions. The irony? His trademark fake heart attacks on the show had been a running gag, but this time it was no joke. At 68, America's king of comedy was gone. Demond Wilson's silent vow. Playing Lamont, the long-suffering son, Demond Wilson gave the show its heart. But off-screen, his story was just as dramatic. A Vietnam veteran who survived near death in combat, Wilson carried trauma and faith into Hollywood. When Red Fox abandoned the show without warning, Wilson felt betrayed. Even years later, when Fox begged him to return for a revival, Wilson refused. Instead, he walked away from showbiz altogether and kept the vow he made as a child to dedicate his life to God. LaWanda Page's fire and loyalty. Then there was LaWanda Page, the fiery Aunt Esther. She nearly didn't get cast. Producers doubted her nightclub background, but Red Fox fought for her, even threatening to quit unless she stayed. That loyalty launched one of television's most iconic characters. Few fans knew she once dazzled audiences as a fire dancer, swallowing flames and walking across burning stages before comedy became her life. Other cast stories. Whitman Mayo, unforgettable as Grady, stepped in when Fox stormed out, even landing his own short-lived spin-off. Despite a tough life, he became a beloved TV figure until his passing in 2001. Donald Bexley, better known as Bubba, was Red Fox's real-life friend, who brought warmth and humor to every scene. He kept performing until his final days in 1997. Raymond Allen, who played Aunt Esther's easygoing husband Woody, stayed active in Hollywood until illness forced retirement. He passed away in 2020 at age 91. Nathaniel Taylor, the flashy Rollo, found fame but also trouble when he faced burglary charges after the show. Yet he rebuilt his life, mentoring young performers in Los Angeles until his death in 2019. And then there was Lynn Hamilton, who played Donna, Fred's girlfriend. She brought elegance to the cast, but her role ended with the series. She passed away peacefully in 2025 at the age of 95. Finally, Gregory Sierra, who played Julio, only landed his first acting job by accident, tagging along to a friend's audition. His talent carried him through decades of roles, until cancer claimed his life at 83. Behind the laughter of Sanford and Son was a story of resilience, pain, loyalty, and betrayal. Each cast member left behind a legacy, some tragic, some inspiring, but all unforgettable.